In 1991, I moved to United States of America, where I got my PhD in physiology and neuroscience. I finished my postdoctoral training in 2006, and the same year I joined the research faculty at Georgia State University. I found a beautiful city called Pine Lake. It actually fitted all my requirements for my desirable living place. A friend of mine suggested that I might join the community of people who like to run through the different kind of terrain. This community became a very important part of my life. On January 21st, I didn't feel well. And I didn't feel well to the point when I really needed to go to the emergency room. So I couldn't run, I could not ride my bike, I could not walk. I had to go through the serious treatment. And that's how I was diagnosed with my illness. My first attempt to call Accolade was driven by the fact that I could not find doctors. I found the number on the back of my insurance card, and I called that number, and it was the number for Accolade. They told me to download the app on my cell phone. My responses to my Accolade messages are coming almost a minute or two after I send the message. My assigned nurse was Casey, and she was very, very pleasant. I felt like I have a person who wants to help me sincerely. I was already emotionally exhausted from trying to find doctors. And right now I have this doctor in Atlanta, and it's all because of Casey.
So on one of my calls with Liana, she was telling me that she just didn't feel very well supported by her clinical team, and she wasn't very confident in her doctor. So one of the things Accolade was able to help her with is we set her up with a list of in-network providers who she would be able to see and choose from. And she ultimately picked another doctor in her area who was able to see her pretty soon after that, and she's been very happy with her care.
I also had issues with my billing problems because several times my doctor's office would bill me as out-of-network patient. Every month I would get the wrong billing, and Accolade was calling to my doctor's office and resolving the issue. When the person is sick and all the energy has to be directed to resolve the health issues, there's very little energy is left to deal with the financial offices.
So a lot of times when members come to us, they're already so overwhelmed, and there's a huge emotional toll that the care is taking on them. So for them to also have to deal with the financial aspect, it can be a lot and very overwhelming. So one of the things that we like to do at Accolade is kind of assess that as well and see how they are financially, and if they need any kind of support, look up to see if there's resources that might be able to help or benefits that may be able to help. But being able to kind of take that part away and take some of the stress away really helps.
I would advise all my colleagues at Georgia State to use that number on the back of their insurance card. But the people from Accolade will help you to figure out how to address your health issues. My health goals is to be able to get back to my hobby. So I would love to have at least 10 miles a week done in the woods, in trails. My probably main goal is to see my first grandchild, who's going to be born in 2023. I'm going to be dealing with my illness for a long time. As long as I have Accolade, I feel I am in good hands.